Hey everyone, this is Martin from howtomakemobilegames.com on May the 16th or 17th, 2019. It's a Friday afternoon here in Manchester, England. Just had my coffee. It's a pretty hot day. At last, it's getting hotter. And I'm about to go to the gym, so I thought I'd do a video since it's been a couple of days and there's some stuff that I wanted to talk about. So first off though, thank you for the guys who have resubscribed to the howtomakemobilegames.com forum pro section. So those of you who don't know, who may be watching this video for YouTube, you'll see part of this video on YouTube on this first part is free. If you want to see the full video of all of these videos that I'm making on howtomakemobilegames.com, which is my forum, the pro section at the top is a subscription section, and for $3 a month all these videos are here, all the full ones. Me going on about how much money I've made, business rants, business successes sometimes. They're all there, and what you can do if you want, you can check it out for $3, and then if you don't like it you can unsubscribe anytime. It's through PayPal, so that just supports me a lot if you do that. So thank you so much for the guys who have resubscribed, because I recently changed from my personal PayPal, using my personal PayPal account on that section, to my business PayPal. So the ones who have come back, thank you, and I hope to see you other guys there. Hopefully I'll do more of these videos and maybe focus them more on also mobile games, of course, but also more towards business in general, not just games and apps and so on and so forth. This video, anyway, I want to talk about how many businesses I've tried to start over the past X number of years, ever since I was doing business, and how much money I've made with those businesses as well, and whether it's been a success or a failure or not, or you know, whether you'd consider it a success or failure is really subjective, you know. When do you define a business as a success? But over the past, I was just thinking about this the other day, over the past, well, since I was about 17, I've tried to do several businesses, and they've not been successes because I'm, you know, I guess from my idea of what success is, even though I've not got a clear idea, they probably weren't successes because I've not managed to just live off my own money from the businesses. I'm not able to just retire. I'm not able to buy houses and fly to tropical islands every month and just do what I want. No, I work a full-time job, so they're not successes. But there were quite a few, just thinking about it, and I'm just going to go through them now, and it might be a bit of a longish video, hopefully not too long, and hopefully this camera does not fall, because it fell last time, because this sticky thing on the back is it's kind of falling. Hopefully it's okay. But yeah, so going back to when I was about, what was the first business? It was probably when I was about 17 or 18. The very first thing I did was fixing PCs, and when I say a business, right, I did one job, I did one task for one customer, and that was it. And I don't know why. Actually, I do know why I finished. Okay, so I built again, the word built makes it sound bigger than it is. All I did was print off a couple of flyers called Enigma computers, and then posted them through doors around my neighborhood where I lived when I was about 17 or 18 years old. I was into PC maintenance and upgrades, and pulling apart PCs and fixing them, or putting RAM in and upgrades and stuff. And it went okay, actually. So what I did was, for a couple of months, was I would buy a PC, upgrade it, and sell it. I would buy old PCs from a paper in Manchester called The Loot. Those of you who are maybe Manchester or in England might remember that. It was a classifieds ads newspaper where you could put, you know, your car or your PC for sale, and then advertise it, and people could phone up. And it was basically, you know, the old sort of way that you'd buy and sell things with before online became big through eBay or Facebook Marketplace and so on. And so I'd buy them for, say, £200, then add some stuff and then sell them for £300 or £400. I'd also and sell like or I'd fix people's PCs as well when they asked me to, and I'd buy upgrades, and I'd put, you know, obviously the charge for the cost of the parts, and then add my little bit on top. I only did that a few times. I did it maybe 3 or 4 times where I managed to buy a PC then sell it. I think maybe only twice, in fact. But for me at 18 years old, it felt pretty cool to buy a PC, then make some profit. And I put time into it. Obviously I had to drive to places. My dad had to take me to places sometimes in like North Manchester to buy this PC, and then do it up, and then try to, you know, upgrade it with RAM and then sell it on again. And I enjoyed it. I really learned a lot as well. One time, after I put these flyers through people's doors, somebody called me and asked me to fix their problem with Microsoft Word, and I fixed it. I think the reason why I was put off that was because I tried to fix somebody's PC one time years ago, and that was my ex-girlfriend's mom's PC, and I didn't know how to fix it, and it messed it up, and she had to go to the shop that she bought it from to get it fixed, because I think I had messed it up, and that really scared me and put me off, because this PC was used for her business that she was running. So without that PC, because it didn't have the drivers and I didn't have enough knowledge of how drivers worked, it messed it up. How much money did I make overall? Maybe a few £100 over the course of a few months, maybe something like that. Not a lot, but it felt really good to do it. I don't know why I stopped. Maybe because that thing scared me about my that PC not working, I think. So that was the very first business I did. The second one that I did, that I was involved in, was when I first went to China. So that's number one. This is number two. Was when I went to China, and around 2007, a friend of mine asked me to come and work in his. They said they're starting up an outsourcing studio doing artwork. Could I be their business development manager? Basically, the person who brings in clients, speaks to overseas clients, and then brings them in and says, "Hey, we can do your 3D artwork for you." Now, I was involved in that business, and I think I only put in about £800 or something like that, and it was ran by me and two of my Chinese friends who we all lived in Shanghai, and they put in more money. I think they put in £2,000 each, something like this, maybe more actually, I can't remember, but it was very thrown together. It was us working in my friend's apartment for a few weeks, and then we moved into an office, and it was basically, we had a team of around 3 or 4 people who we weren't paying a lot of money for. They were friends. They were, you know, the guys who I worked with, they were their friends. They were 3D artists. We were doing 2D work as well, and we got some clients. We got some clients from Russia. We got some clients locally. We got some other clients that, because I knew how to get in touch with game studios and, you know, put together like a portfolio and so on, and just talk the talk on email and phone calls and so on, and able to get some clients. That business shut down after about, I don't know, 3 months, maybe 3 or 4 months. I went on with them full time, and we didn't have money to pay ourselves. It was very thrown together. It was very fast. We got this office, and I didn't agree we should get an office because we just weren't making enough cash to cover an office, and we didn't even have customers coming to the office anyway, so what was the point? They were all overseas. You could have continued working from home somewhere. I think maybe because my friend didn't want to use his home as the office, but you know, we didn't plan it out. We didn't cash flow anything either. We didn't say, okay, this is how much we're going to receive each month. We've got 6 months in our bucket of cash. We didn't do any of that. It was just thrown together in the hope that we'll get some clients. And in 2-3 months, we basically just closed down. And I think part of the reason was that was in 2008 when that sort of recession hit, and that was a big impact because we were trying to chase our Russian clients at the time to bring us money. And it just fell apart. And so after a few months, 2-3 months, maybe 4, I can't remember exactly, we just said, okay, fine, forget it. Now, luckily, at the time, I was working for an English school, and I was teaching English, so I still had cash flow coming in, thank God. And that's one of the morals of kind of this video, is make sure you've always got some income. If you're going to do a business, make sure that you've got some kind of cushion. It's so important to do that. So that was number 2. Number 3 was, I guess, I tried to start a blog about selling televisions, about selling TVs. That was like this wasn't really a business. This was more of a test and trying to do an Amazon affiliate thing. I started that, and it didn't really work out because I just lost interest in it. So whether you call it a business or not, maybe a business attempt, it didn't work. It didn't make any money at all. I don't even think it made any ad revenue. Fourth thing, Cobalt Play, that came in 2011. Maybe late 2010, I had built a Windows application, a Windows Phone 6.5/7 application. Now that was the previous current Windows generation of Windows Phone, sorry. And that was when Microsoft had released their Windows Mobile App Store after the iPhone App Store had come out, and it closed within 2 years because it was just crap, I think. I don't think there was enough penetration in the market. iPhone was taking off. The Windows scene was very split. I think there was a lot of devices running Windows Mobile, but it was hard to build for all those different form factors. I'm not sure of all the reasons, but I was hoping to get in there early. I'd seen the successes that people had had on iPhone with releasing, small applications, and I thought, hey, I can do this. And I made a fart application because there was a big one on one of the first fart joke apps on iPhone, and I thought, right, I can do that on Windows Mobile. I can get in early and I can do it. So that was what I did. So that was part of Cobalt Play, I suppose you could call that, which was number 4. Are we up to now? Cobalt Play started in early 2011. I'd finished work at EA Games. I started making iPhone games and then Android games around the same time using Unity, which was my first time using Unity. Now this was the first most successful business that I suppose I ran for like 6-7 years. And that was number 4. So that was a business attempt that actually turned into revenue and able to pay for my life for 6-7 years. Guys, I don't know how much space I got on my phone. I'm going to stop this part 1 here. I'm going to put part 2 on the howtomakemobilegames.com forum. So check it out there. Like I said, $3 a month. I'll put the link in the description and so on. But I'm going to continue this. So you guys who are watching the second part, I'll see you there in a moment. Bye.